We'll bring our meeting to start. Can I have a roll call?
Bradley Barker.
Here.
Alex Bessa. Claire McMahon.
Here.
Josh Pack.
Here.
John Rapp.
All right. We currently have 3 members, so we have established a quorum. Could I have our board review the agenda and make sure we have everything we need to discuss tonight?
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. None opposed? All right. I'm going to move number 2 to be our number 5C, since we have no members of the public joining us. So we're going to move on to item 3, repair, maintenance, enforcement issues. Consultation with any property owners in attendance. Nobody in TV world.
Nobody.
So then we'll go to enforcement update. 550 Valley Street violation, landscape wall, letter sent.
Yeah, I mean, nothing much than that. I think in the staff report, I just said that, I believe like a month or 2 ago, we just discussed about me sending out a letter. So I just want to follow up.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten a response yet, but
Okay.
maybe I'll follow up.
Is that the restaurant?
Yeah, that's.
They rebuilt the wall.
Is that
Yeah, they built the wall. That's the issue.
is that their address?
Yeah.
It is?
550.
It's the White House.
Let's see. I put a typo. I used the right address for the card. If the agenda has a typo.
Oh, then no problem. No problem. No problem. Yeah.
Yeah, is it 280?
I'll tell you, despite my job, I'm not great at dates or address.
That's okay.
280.
280.
Okay.
That's what I meant. 280.
Because I was like, wait, do I have to do this? But yeah. So now I remember. Yeah.
So
address in the letters correct.
I just.
I can promise you that. The agenda is.
So we'll just I will make a motion for an agenda amendment or agenda correction to change 550 to 280.
And what is 280?
280 is the restaurant tavern on the James. 550 would be quite a bit farther up on
They did rebuild
yeah.
the wall, right?
Yes, yeah. So it's a rebuilt wall, and you know, we don't take any. I didn't hear any issues with it. It was more of just procedural.
I saw it the other day. It's a nice looking wall. And someone will hit it against you.
Well, if it happens, I'm gonna have to be coming to look for you because you'll be my first suspect. I'm just kidding. Okay, good deal. So letters sent out. So then we're gonna move on over to 4A, new business, certificate of appropriation, 125 Fleet Street, Farmers Market Pavilion. Want to take this for me real quick? Since this is, you can give us the presentation since it's town.
It's cute with you. It's cute with you. Read it.
You are.
Popular or something else in town.
Okay.
So, last month we've been talking about the condition of our farmers market pavilion. So part of it was, I think it's overdue with a lot of maintenance repairs. Some of it is regular maintenance between maintenance staff and us, but some of it is also looking at the structure itself and seeing what we could do probably this year and into next year. One that got pointed out was I actually have some photos that I sent via email. which is better quality than this. I can put them on the screen in a moment, but I just took them off of my phone and then sent them out to you guys. But essentially, let me grab my work phone so I can show Brad. These domes, for lack of a better term, or I'll put it this way, due to my ignorance, those domes, part of it is starting to, so those, pull the photo up.
I'm sure you would.
Honestly,
Oh, like up here?
yeah, so that bottom part has the kind of this grates,
Mm-hmm.
for lack of a better term. That is the especially concerning part.
Oh, okay.
The advice I've gotten is the rest of it you can treat and stain and paint to kind of maintain, but that bottom part is starting to. Yeah, and then let me find this attachment for you.
Now, is it rotting due to just moisture, or are we having an excessive amount of water that the gutter's not operating well for it?
So it'd just be, so this portion right here is what I'm concerned about. I might ask your advice because I actually don't know very much about architecture.
Yeah.
Well, I think it needs flashing.
Flashing right here.
Yeah, flashing, I agree.
The part of this was asking for advice about what ARB would feel appropriate.
The problem, there's no problem putting flashing on the side.
Right here.
The issue is where does it go to, where's it attach?
So then, oh, well, where does it attach on to there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But whoever does it, because it will tell you.
Brett, can you show Josh what you're talking about?
Okay, so we're talking about up here, we're not talking about
Here,
down here on the bottom.
No, no.
Okay.
here,
These two, we have two of them.
here, and this junction where the wall meets the louvers,
Yeah,
it needs some kind of flashing, I think. You
Like
know
a
what I
copper
mean by
flashing?
flashing? It's metal,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's copper, you can have good flashing. And that might do it.
yeah, I'm gonna go with you on that, because, I mean, even if it's not period, I'd rather have it where it's not.
Flashing is used way back. I mean, period, they built this stone only a few years ago, so
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about period, as long as it looks appropriate, I think.
Yeah, and copper always flashing looks good.
Good. And, you know, this is a guess of flashing. We need a professional to look at it. The town owns it, right?
Yes. So that actually makes it easier.
Find the professional. You know? Or something.
Yes, and I'll ask around a little bit. The other concern was, like the use portions.
So, come back.
Yeah, it was working, right? So that these three panels. That's really fine.
On the cupola?
Yes. So these parallel ones, I was told that these are having issues. One recommendation would be to try to replace them with something synthetic like AZAC, like siding.
You can get synthetics that won't rot, that will look just like wood, if that's what you want, particularly from the ground. You know, you're not, nobody's gonna look at that close up.
So, and then what I also wanted to, so what I'm hearing, initially the application was to get those replaced with AZAC, something that looks replaceable in that way. And then anything that's wooden up there, since we're out there, try to treat it with some kind of oil-based paint, because it probably hasn't been treated in a decade since it since it was initially constructed. I just don't think
There's been any maintenance to it, yeah.
it's such a difficult job because you gotta get up there.
There are preservatives as well, the wood preservatives. That you can get clear, or if you want some stain, you can get that. But as I said, a professional will give that good advice if they know what to do.
So I'll probably be coming back with other items in the future, but that's the first one that felt like was low hanging fruit and kind of feasible. So I think as this has kind of become a priority and having further discussions about budgetary needs, I wouldn't be surprised if the town's applying again and trying to get some advice from and direction from ARB. But what I heard was direction on kind of a wood preservative stain for the portions that are wood up there. Looking to replace the panels with an AZAC, kind of a siding that's appropriate, and then copper flashing around around the perimeter of it to prevent what was probably causing that that rotting issue.
You know, the architect, what's he will know all these problems.
Okay. I'll reach out to him.
Probably also know a good historic restoration type of. I don't think that.
There's two of them. Right. And that just wanted to share that in those photos. Okay. So if I can, I'll look at depending on your direction, I'll probably follow up. And I was looking to do this as kind of a project before, as the season closes down and then before the season opens up again.
Right. Like, I mean, kind of certainly come back if needed, but with the direction, you'll kind of have lots of wiggle room of keeping it close to the same, but you can go with the stain, a wood stain, and doing the flashing. I mean, the only difference would be like if you had to take it out for some reason, or
no, we're trying to keep the advice I got is it's amended to you want to keep any of that, so you can't.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I think there's lots of wiggle room on it. Just money well spent for the town. Keep it preserved.
It's not atypical to have to put preservative on woods in every spot, 6, 7 years. It's in the rain, it's in the sun beats the devil out of it.
Do you, with all of this having been said, are you looking for a motion this evening? Okay, this is okay.
Motion to approve our direction, our
be for the COA with the other amendments.
approve the COA. I motion to approve the COA with the amendments given.
No, I say which broad strokes.
So just mention the flashing.
Approve the flashing, preservative coating and the synthetic material.
You made a motion?
Yeah.
Second.
All right. I will take a roll call. Claire, ma'am?
Here, yes.
Right. Yes.
Alex is absent and John is absent and yes for Joshua. So we got that knocked out. We'll move to 5A, update on Paul Brun Historic Revitalization Grant Program. We met with them earlier this month or of the month. How did it go? Are they interested in taking the reign on it?
So I met with them maybe like the 16th or the 17th of last month. So just as a refresher, I had shared with you a Department of Interior grant, the Paul Brun Revitalization Grant. Essentially, it was an opportunity to bring federal money in for the revitalization and preservation of historic buildings. So it seemed very applicable to downtown, since our whole downtown is pretty much um, on the historic register, which would allow it to qualify for this grant. Essentially, it's a grantee, sub-grantee process. I met with SCAN, and SCAN was looking to do a follow-up meeting in mid-October after discussing it further with their board.
Yeah.
Grant application hasn't opened up yet, so we have some time. But beyond that, rather than it being an immediate and vocal interest in it, I started kind of put out feelers also.
Okay.
I reached out to the Scottsville Museum because I thought they would be also a very good nonprofit in this kind of fit.
Nice.
I've received a message from the president who seems very interested
Okay.
moving forward with it and has experience with federal grants.
Awesome.
So I sent a message back to see if I could have some time to speak with her. That might be the most appropriate. I've been playing telephone tag and I've been a little bit busy with other stuff, if you could imagine. So I wanted to get a little bit of the qualification, but it still seems to me that if we would want to apply this grant cycle, it would have to be through a nonprofit.
Right.
Because the certification process I would have to for the town, I likely wouldn't be able to get that done and then apply for a grant.
Right.
Of course, if it weren't to work out this year, I highly recommend, and the reason I'm saying it during the public meeting, I just don't want it to get lost. This is an annual grant. It is like right up our alley. Considering.
So even if we don't meet the cutoff for this year, it is something that can be saved and reissued for next year.
And I think any work looking back the last few years we did this year, we're probably just transferring to the next year into an application. It seems to not change year over year drastically. So the one thing I wanted to report to you guys is that I think it would be pretty prudent for me to continue discussion with the Scottsville Museum due to that outsized interest. And they seem to have also the professional background to be able to kind of assist with a federal grant like that.
Awesome.
With a trial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Sounds cool.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna start.
Yeah.
Can't even apply.
So that's did that you spoke on both the 1 and 2. So then section 5A is complete. All right, so we'll move to 5B, update on ARB inventory. So our last meeting, they had just finished their side. We've had our side. How does Jack's translation look?
I think first we needed Alex to input the figures you had. That group had. And then I actually haven't checked it since then. I kind of anticipated just check an update on that during the meeting today.
Okay.
Let's see. I have Jack's spreadsheet in, so we would have heard an update. So maybe some of the follow-up is just following up with Alex about data entry. And then I could work with Jack about just synthesizing it into something. Because I think that was the last step, just inputting the paper record that Brad and Alex worked on.
And having it, okay, awesome. So getting that completed will be you'll have a meeting with them on Monday?
Next Monday's ARB, so Monday over. So I'll probably reach out earlier,
Next Monday is ARB.
or next, planning commission.
Planning, oh,
Your
yes,
week.
so, the week after, if you see him before I see him, if you just mention to him,
Okay,
yeah,
same.
yeah, I may see him, yeah, okay, so then with that being said, does our board have any questions, comments, concerns? How's everything going?
You know, so,
When does the grant application open?
Supposed to be fall into winter, and I haven't seen anything.
Haven't come up, got it,
Yeah,
cool.
and then I don't know if it's. I was sitting on another FEMA thing, and they said they didn't know. VDEM didn't even know when FEMA was gonna do their fall opening application.
So it's a little bit unknown, got it.
It's supposed to be around now, but I haven't seen any updates, so
Cool.
who knows?
Who knows, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, that's not a question.
Okay. Well, can I have a motion to adjourn?
motion to adjourn.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, good meeting, everybody.
Good.
25 minutes.
Wow.
Actually, I was targeted, so 23
That was quick.
minutes. Yeah, you're right.
Is that a record?
No,
Can we speed run the meeting?
yeah, we'll get it to the days of my, first planning commission days when, we we didn't do a whole lot in the beginning, so our meetings were like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Yeah, if you didn't have anybody from the public and, zoning doesn't change a whole lot, so you've already done your comp plan and, at that time we weren't like combing through the zoning laws, so, yeah, it was, you show up, there's nothing to talk about and you're out of there. Yeah.
Josh, I know you said you want to agitate from the inside, but, or the outside, was it? But you should run for office. You are really good at this.
No thanks.
You're good at this.
Yeah.
Still being recorded.
Don't do a writing vote.
Talking about town business.
Yeah,
Congressman?
no,
Compliment.
I'm glad I wouldn't either.
yeah, I did it for 4 years and, you know, I'm here and then I'm on planning commission and, yeah,
Karen was on the planning commission for Savannah, for the county. She liked it.
I can go into more detailed reason, the moment we stop talking about town business and the camera is off. Yeah, all right, so meeting adjourned.
Meeting
All right.
adjourned.
Sorry,